Hey everybody, hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whoever you're watching this from. And this is going to be a small talk on the magic. So, what I mean by the magic is actually nothing, supernatural or anything like that. It's the magic of simplicity. How it can bring you such peace and such assurance and such calmness being around simple stuff. By simple stuff, I don't mean like simple materialistic stuff. Although that does carry some form of factor into that as well, when it comes to simple things that were given to you by loved ones or people that you care about, which carry a sentimental value of some sort. But I wanted to touch on the things that, specifically the intangibles, such as moments and memories that you carry with you for the rest of your life. And there's some sort of magic to that because, as cliche as it may seem, or as cliche as I would make it sound to be, because those are the things that normally you only see in movies, and you normally only, see romanticized to a extreme extent in movies. But there's something really magical about that, magical about life if you think about it. Yes, we are part of a grander scale of things. Yes, there are the heavens, there's the earth, there's hell, there's souls, there's spirits, angels, demons, all that. But the magic that comes from feeling, the magic that comes with connecting to people, the magic that comes from heartfelt conversations uh, with people you care about, or people you meet for the first time, or people you meet on a daily basis but aren't really acquainted with. There's just something magical about that because all of a sudden we feel connected in some way, or we feel like, after one conversation or one hangout or one simple exchange of smiles or hellos or highs, we get this feeling inside of, wait, it feels like I've known this person my entire life. Or wait, have we met before? Because this feels like deja vu all of a sudden. You know, it it's kind of weird, and it doesn't just go for romantic relationships, but it also goes for friendships and relationships that you foster with day-to-day people along the way, with your families, with your friends, with strangers. It's just so really, really odd to conceptualize, or to grasp how that can, really make you feel a little bit of good inside, or a little bit of peace inside, you know, like that feeling of, an example of the feeling of, when you're really depressed or really down about something, and then all of a sudden you see someone, be it someone you love or someone you care about, someone you know, or be it a random stranger, whoever it is, you see them smile and you see them have a very, genuine expression of joy in their face that somehow, lightens the burden or the weight that's been on your shoulders or on your chest for so long. And it, even though, you don't want to, that scenery, that image that's before your very eyes makes you want to crack a smile as well, despite all this, depressive and negative stuff that you're feeling inside. And I feel like that's something that we normally glance over or just, treat as nonchalant or coincidental, but it's a form of magic that we carry as people, as human beings, that we don't really know, or that we really take for granted, because it's like it's like, how can you not think that's magic? It's like the very things that we do, or just even if we're not intentionally doing it. for example, not intentionally trying to make someone feel better, but ending up making them feel better by just, being who you are, living the way you are. Uh, you know, the the magic of connecting with someone, even though you didn't really mean to connect, and just, you know, open up to them and, talk about yourself, be open, be vulnerable, and all that, without having any form of judgment or any form of fear in your head. You know, that's something that can really, that's like a superpower that we all have, It's the ability to inspire someone, to motivate someone, to give people a reason to live, to give people a reason to smile without having the intention of doing so. And that just makes it all the more, you know, awe-inspiring. That makes it all the more surreal, you know, all the more grander in a sense. It's really something to think about because, sometimes you can be thinking like your impact or your whatever you are, your existence and all that, it doesn't really matter, or it doesn't really play a part in life or in anything or the people around you. But like like they say, silent battles, also that, like they say the word silent battles to phrase or to give meaning to, the battles that you don't tell people, the things that you're going through that you don't tell people about. I'd like to also cater that to, or relate that to, you know, unintentionally inspiring people because you don't see it. You don't see it yourself. I mean, the phrase silent battles means nobody else sees what you're going through. But this one relates to you not seeing what your impact is, or you not noticing what your impact is on other people and how it benefits them in a positive way, or how it helps them in a positive way. You know, it's really something to think about because like it gives more meaning to our actions, or it gives us hope that, you know, our existence is essential in a way, which it is in general for all of us because, some way, somehow, whether we like to admit it or not, whether we wanted to do it or not, we've imprinted our presence, we've imprinted our mark on other people, whether that be by the conversations we had with them, the intimate moments that we had with them, the simple, times of laughter and joy recklessly or, you know, consciously doing things with them. And that really carries a big weight because, you know, all of us in life are actually looking for a sign, a sign to do something, a sign to say something, a sign to pursue something, a sign to give up on something, a sign to have hope in life and faith in life. And sometimes that sign does not always have to be, a grand answer from God Himself, from the one above. As they say uh, in church and all that, God's God works through people. God works through people, you know, because that's the only way we can see His message to us. And, it all goes back as well to a saying that they said in church as well, is that you could be somebody's answered prayer. Just think about that sentence itself, you could be someone's answered prayer, whether that be the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you live your life, how you are as a person, your personality, your hopes, your beliefs, how you present that or express that yourself, or that willingness not to give up and all that. Keep fighting and, go forth, and despite whatever comes your way, every single thing carries a sense of magic to it because it affects other people in different ways that when you're not even trying to do so. So yeah, it's just a thought I wanted to get out of my head because like most of the time we feel like we're powerless. Most of the time we feel like we're nothing. We're just existing for the sake of existing. We're just living so that we die eventually someday. But it's something to think about, it's something to realize that hey, it's okay for you to be who you are. It's okay to be flawed. It's okay to be or something because you're human. And I feel like that's the thing that that makes it all the more magical is that when other people see you and notice you, what you're going through, what you're doing, that it's like it's a sense of relatability, like they say in movies. That's why I think in movies, like most of the time, the studios or the writers or the producers and directors try to get the main character or the protagonist to be relatable, as well as the antagonist or the villain to be relatable, because so that there's some tangible thing that people can latch on to instead of thinking, like, oh, these are just, uh, characters or ideals that were put into screen and we can't really relate to them or connect to them in any way because they don't share the same human values or experiences that we do. But that's why they decided to make them a little more human. That's why they decided to make their characters flawed instead of perfect, so that we can relate to them. And I think that's one of the most important things about when you're trying to, when trying to view the world or view life itself is like not just in like your ideals, but also in the people you look up to and admire. It's like not in the way that you picture them as someone perfect where they can do no wrong and all that, but also in the fact that you know understanding that everybody's human, and the fact that they've been through or they're going through or they're gonna go through the same phase as you. But you can always think of it as a way instead of like thinking like, oh, they're just way more built up. They're just way more prepared for it than I am. More f- they're they're just they have more opportunities than I do or something like that. You can just look up to them in a way and like, hey, he or she did it. He or she made it work. He or she, got out of it. He or she overcame it, and he or she healed. He or she, got the confidence to do so, and so on. So why can't I? You know, and I feel like that's such a beautiful thing for yourself because it gives you the hope to keep forward, to keep moving forward, but it also pushes the person who inspired you, the person who had that impact or made that mark on you to keep moving forward with what they're doing and give them assurance that, you know, they're doing the right thing. So, like, like all of us can learn from each other, and I believe that as soon as we start changing our mindsets to instead of thinking of everybody as our competitor that we have to beat, that we have to, compete with, that we have to, eventually surpass, which is good because it helps us grow and also become a better version of ourselves. But also never forgetting the fact that all of us are human, and it's not a competition, it's not a race, it's a marathon. All of us are running it. All of us are walking at our own pace. And the best part is it's a journey, and you know you grow and you become a better person. You become who the world and who life intended you to be, who you intended yourself to be, and who God intended you to be. And if you end up inspiring other people like the way those that came before you inspired you, then that just makes the journey all the more fruitful, you know. So yeah, that's all I got for this talk, guys. Just a quick thought I wanted to get out of there that came into my head just a few minutes ago. So yeah, hope you guys took something away from it and have a great day.